Hey, everybody. Welcome to Metal Movies and Brewskys Live. I'm your host, Matt Burke, and tonight is the 52nd show we've been doing this for. So we've been going a while. That's 52, you know. It's pretty awesome, you know. I get to come on here and bullshit about all my bullshit that I like, all the nerd stuff. Got my taxes done today. That was awesome. Was a good year. Finally, almost back to where I was 4 years ago. So this is definitely year 2025 is my year. So it's looking good. I got some recording done today. I just got done recording some vocals for the Hell War track for the Hell War comic book I'm working on. So I'll release that with the book, I guess. You'll probably hear a little bit of it, hopefully. And my buddy Dave, get the vocals to him. I'm doing the vocals on my phone now, so it's a new band lab thing now. You can record vocal tracks on there. All the kids are doing it, so I figured I'd try it. But I'm trying to do it. They have all these like filters and different things to fix your voice and tune your voice, auto tune and all that. I don't fuck with that shit, you know. But it's kind of weird singing into a phone. It's just not. I'm not used to it, you know. But it is what it is, you know. You gotta make things happen sometimes, and you know I can't really book studio time or do anything like that. So it is what it is. So hopefully it comes out good. finished one of the pages last week. I was on a show, actually, it was, probably about a week and a half ago. I was on a Omer Glitch's Hump Day on Wednesday show. If he comes by, check out Omer Glitch. He's another artist out here in the sphere, and he's got a really cool draw stream Wednesday he's been doing. But I showed this on there. This is Nidhogg the Dragon from Hellworth. I think this is page 72, if I'm not mistaken. So showed a little bit of that. This is that bastard, that asshole, that root gnar. And then I'm working on next page right now too. So I've been at work on this, doing the pencils and the inks, and I come back and have to re-ink a lot of stuff. I don't know what you guys do with taking up your pencils after you ink it. A lot of people scan it. I like to go at it with a netted eraser, then I hit it with the Mooey eraser. So I do two. I do one pass over and another. But I don't know, man. It's no matter what, it seems like it always picks up some of the ink, which is kind of sucky. I don't know, but it is what it is. But just trying to stay busy. This year's started off like shit, but now it's starting to come back. Starting to it's looking really good, really good. Gonna have a great show planned for you guys tonight. We got some info that just dropped a couple days ago. Usually, since I'm like the end of the line show, that was another name I was going to call the show, the end of the line, because it's like the last show of the week, kind of. I didn't go with it. But I get all the information last, and I cover it last. And a lot of times during the week, I'll see like, oh, that would be a cool article, but I gotta wait till Saturday night. But I got one for you right here. You guys probably already know about it, but I'm going to touch on it a little bit. And that news is that James Gunn is going to work with Zack Snyder, and they're old buddies because they worked on the Dawn of the Dead remake together. James Gunn wrote the Dawn of the Dead remake and Zack directed it. A lot of people hate Zack Snyder. A lot of people love him. A lot of people, are in between. I think he's an awesome filmmaker. I love his movies. They're straight up. I like them. James Gunn has shared a photo of himself standing next to Zack Snyder, and his fans are hoping this means the two of them will be working together at some point. Zack Snyder was an instrument and part of the DC Extended Universe, which some fans have dubbed the Snyderverse, which officially concluded with 2023's Aquaman and the Last Kingdom. He directed 2013's Man of Steel, which is one of my favorite comic movies, and 2016 Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, while he's also the credited director of 2017's Zack Snyder's Justice League, with the then released in March 2021. Gunn, meanwhile, is now in charge of Warner Brothers Pictures' new DCU alongside Peter Safran. So far, the only DCU project that has been released is Creature Commandos Season 1. While Superman flies into theaters, it's coming July. Yeah, I'm really hyped for July. A lot of fun movies coming out. On X, Gunn shared a picture of himself and Schneider with the caption, "Always a pleasure catching up with my friend, Zack Snyder. Consummate filmmaker and undoubtedly consummate storyteller." A lot of people think that they're going to be collaborating on The Authority, which is it's a team book. Kind of something that Zack Snyder would do. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Zack's going to come in and direct some new movies for him. Some people are thinking that because there's some big wigs at Netflix that are saying that they might be able to bring the Snyderverse over to Netflix in either a film version or more realistically a animated version. So I think that would be cool. And then you basically have Scott Snyder has given Matt Reeves his Batman or the Batman verse. So you never know. He might give the Snyderverse too. There's different universes. It's not a problem because his universe might suck. We don't know. All we have is Creature Commandos, and so far it's been all right. I don't know. I watched the first two episodes. They had a lot of like political bullshit in there that didn't really need to be in there. Just a lot of poking bullshit. But at the same time, a lot of this stuff was produced right during the election cycle, and so there's a lot of like woke shit that's still like in the pipeline that needs to shit itself out, so we can get some just back to basics, fun comic book and stuff. So we'll see. We also have some news on the DC front. I know that the comic book industry is, it's dying a slow death of 1,000 paper cuts, as they say, but it sucks, man. I don't want the comic book industry to die. I like going in there on Wednesdays and picking up my fucking comics, and they're gonna have Jim Lee and Jeff Loeb's Hush is coming out, and then they're going to reboot Batman. That's going to be the end of Batman. They're going to start a brand new series, and it's going to be with Matt Fraction writing and Jorge Jimenez, and it's coming out September. So right here we got Bleeding Cool as word that Comics Pro Retailer Summit being held today that DC Comics has confirmed that they're going to launch Batman in September with Fraction and Jimenez. Got a brand new costume right here. Got the old blue and the gray. I've always been a big fan of it. That's my Batman toy right there from when I was a kid. I give it to my kid. I don't know. It looks cool. Yeah, so they're after the 6 issues of Batman Hush #2 by Jim Lee and Jeff Loeb, that DC Comics would be relaunching the title with the same, and the same would go for a new Superman. So they're going to relaunch Superman as well. It seems that tonight the first of the Bat Boots dropped, in a twist that Batman Comics has for the last few years or even decades. The new run will have a series of connected stories that specifically offer one self-contained chapter in each issue. That should be cool. Like Ryan North's Fantastic Four, a couple for a good example. Or even, a little off topic is Batman the Animated Series of Bruce Timm. Each cartoon was like a movie, a self-contained story. So if they could find a way to do that for a Batman book, that would be awesome. And they just have a little connectivity for a main arc. That's how you do it. Monster of the Weeks type shit. Here's the designs. I always love it when they come up with a new bat suit. It's kind of lame when they have to reboot things all the time, but I still like to see people's redesigns, as long as it's not AI fucking designing shit. Got these stupid ads popping up. What the hell? This design looks pretty cool though, man. I like the bat belt. It's really packed with a lot of like gadgetry and goodies. It's got the gun in the back, got the little rope hanging down, and really digging the blue and the gray. It's cool the way that the cape kind of closes like that. Jimenez, he did Nemesis. That's what I know. It was from Mark Millar's Nemesis. And right here, Jorge Jimenez will be familiar to Batman readers. He has been one of the main artists for James Tynion IV and Chip Zdarsky's run, as it is considered one of the best superhero artists in the industry. Enough for Mark Millar to steal him away for Nemesis. Matt Fraction has hardly had any Batman in his utility belt. He's best known for his Marvel work, writing Invincible, Iron Man, Fantastic Four, The Immortal Iron Fist, Uncanny X-Men, Hawkeye. Hopefully we'll see what's up, man. We'll see what's up. Hopefully his shit, is good. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. People change. People have life experiences. But I don't know. I know his wife's a big fat SJW. Hopefully a lot of that doesn't rub off into his Batman writing. So I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. We all know her little don't buy my comics and shit. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's his wife. Then we have some Batman interior artwork right here. Looks fucking awesome. Looks great. Yeah, hopefully there's not too much hopefully it's not traced or whatnot. That shit gets kind of boring after a while. This will come with a redesigned Batman costume, a new Batmobile, and a new pop influenced look for Gotham City. Jorge and I have a very superhero forward kind of take on Batman. See, that sounds cool, man. It sounds like he's going at it like he's gonna have some fun with it. You know what I mean? And let me say what up to the chat. You got there's me fucking around, and you got Jason. Mahalo. You got Hex right there, and then looks like they pieced out. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Appreciate it. And then new Gotham City. It's gonna be a very superhero forward kind of take on Batman. I'm really looking forward to that, man. I am down to see like a little more, I don't want to say campy, but maybe a little more charming take on Batman. We've had the really super dark Batman, but we can have it like a little edgier, but more kind of kid friendlier Batman. Something like that would be pretty cool. Something that the parents and the kids both can kind of read and have fun with it. They got a new costume, new characters, and we got a lot of old ones too, good and bad. All the stuff that makes Batman the coolest character in comics. We want to celebrate it all, says Fraction. As we saw at the end of Zdarsky's run, Jim Gordon is a street cop, and the Arkham Tower is on the skyline. So I haven't been keeping up with Batman. I fell off. I've been reading Batman on Absolute Batman right now. I fell off Batman when Tom King was writing it. I was reading Batman for a while. They actually got me in, and I had been reading it like nonstop. The Tom King shit just really was boring. It was just so boring. I just got so bored reading it. And it's like every issue was like he was going on a date, and like I don't want that. I want Batman like solving crime and stuff. He's the coolest character, you know. So I hadn't read Batman in forever. And they had Michael Yannon or Michael Janin on there for a while, and that guy kind of just does 3D model shit, and I got bored with the artwork. You know, I can't stand it when people just trace 3D artwork on their digital computer programs, and it just gets boring. So yeah, got some metal news for you guys. Let's see here. It's about the old Danzig. He's got something to say about the industry. So let's see what old Glenn Danzig's got to say. What we got here? He's talking with the Blabbermouth. At least they took up an interview. He was the pick for Wolverine, man. He would have been pretty cool. I don't know if I'm ever going to record new music again. During a new appearance on Full Metal Jackie's nationally syndicated radio show, Glenn Danzig spoke about Danzig's upcoming string of rare live shows on the U.S. West Coast, set to take place in late March. Support on the Trek, which will dominate or include cities Danzig has not played in many years, will come from Down, Abbott, and Cro-Mags. So you got a little bit of those dudes on there. Asked if the upcoming dates will be that. What else will Danzig do this year? Glenn said, I don't really like going on tour. As you can see, I'm only doing 6 shows. So just trying to get me to go to do a bunch of shows. I don't mind doing one off here or there or whatever, but doing a bunch of shows, riding around on the bus. I've said it before. I know that we had to make up Phoenix show last time that had to get canceled because we were there with a bus shortage. And so basically in order to get a bus, we had to move all of our first dates on the tour to the end of the tour. And there wasn't an available venue in Phoenix at the time period. We'll make up the Phoenix show. And then we had a lot of fans asking why we haven't come up to the Big Northwest in San Francisco. So we're trying to make that up, and we'll be at it for a while. Danzig also stated, I also talked about the changes in touring since his early days. He was saying that, everything's more expensive. The last time I went out, I think it was 2022 or 2023. Again, just a handful of shows, and prices on buses and gas had just gone up, way up. And then the last time we went out in 2023, it went up 3 times what we normally pay. And this time is even crazier. So I think it's also become really hard for a lot of bands to go out there and tour. I've said it before, a young band just going out there, they wouldn't have to go out. They would have to go out in a van. Well, kind of how we did it back in the day when with Danzig and Sam Hain and the Misfits. I mean, we would go out in a van. It was all we could afford. So that's pretty crazy, man. You know, having to go out in a tour bus, but all of a sudden having to go in a van. Oh, we got a special guest host. Hey, say hello to Brian Crisco. What's up, Brian?
Sup?
How you doing?
What's going on, man? Sorry I'm late. But yeah,
it sounds
like Glenn's missed like a bunch of tour dates. And
he missed a couple or one in Phoenix, I guess. But he's just like not even about the tours anymore. He just like wants to do like maybe a few shows here and there. I understand that too. And he was just saying the price of it's not even really worth it, you know. But he might be able to afford it though. Too. He's getting older too, but you know.
Well, I mean, because you think about like touring, right? Like I don't know about you, but traveling kicks my ass. Even if my entire time is spent just sitting on my ass, it's exhausting for some reason.
Totally. It's exhausting.
So I can only imagine.
It's always adjusting to the different like climates, you know, like getting sick, and I don't know. It's always about adjusting. And let's see here. He said, asked if he enjoyed touring. Yeah.
If he actually did that, if it was just like, okay, let's just go old school, get in the fucking van.
Yeah, right. See, no one loves being in a van with a bunch of other people and a limited amount of space. I'd have to be driving too. A lot of the times we'd have to stick shift, and me and maybe one other person in the van knew how to drive the stick shift. So I'd have to drive most of the time also. You're driving in, you're loading equipment in, and you're doing everything pretty much. But anyway, I'm looking forward to these shows. It's been a while, and hopefully all the fans will be digging it, and I'm sure they'll have a great time. The lineup is insane. So I don't know what else you can do except come out there and knock you on your ass. Danzig, he also asked, is there any music on the horizon? And he said no. He went on to clarify that he's not even focused on touring, explaining that he is just doing 6 shows, and if that's it, if that's touring, then what I used to do must have been mega touring. He said, I mean, we used to go out 3, 4, 5, 6 months at a time. And circling back to the possibility of new music, this is pretty interesting. The whole music thing and recording and everything, it just changed dramatically where people really don't buy physical product anymore. They just want to download it for free online. So there's really no incentive to new music unless I'm in the studio and I do something and I want to give it away for free to everybody. I don't know if that's a great business model. So I said, if you enjoy writing music, yeah, of course, but I write different stuff. I don't see the music industry changing at all. So I don't know if I'm ever going to record again, at least Danzig stuff, he admitted. Maybe at some point I might. I don't know right now. I think that's pretty crazy, dude. When when you think about the whole touring dynamic now and writing music, it's a cool perspective because Homeboy, he's a legend, you know what I mean? And you don't really hear about it, He's the evil Elvis, dude. So
for sure,
it's like
saw him a bunch of times live. I've
never seen him. I'd love to see him live. I'm not a fan, but I'd love to see him. I think I like some of the songs, or Mother and like the hits,
Oh man, I mean, I've been a fan since the Sam Hain days, right? Yeah. And I remember when the first Danzig album came out and that first tour, and seeing them in this teeny tiny little club in Westchester, where the stage was about the height of a curb.
Yeah.
Right? Which was freaking amazing. Yeah. Oh, wow. I mean, I always think of Glenn as I kind of call him like the great disappointment. In the sense that he's somebody that artistically I had such high hopes for.
Really?
And yeah, very, very. I remember like the moment for me was when he did the Less Than Zero soundtrack. He did 2 songs on that. He wrote a song for Roy Orbison, and Roy Orbison wrote a song for him.
Oh yeah, I think I heard about that. Yeah.
And they were killer.
I got to check those out.
And then he had an original song.
I love Roy Orbison.
Yeah, because Rick Rubin produced that record, right?
That guy's awesome, dude.
Yeah, and then there was an original song by Danzig, which he performed himself, which was fantastic. And I thought, like he's going in a really interesting direction. Because he has a voice like a crooner, right? Or he can croon, I should say.
Yeah,
and he just became a parody of himself. I mean, it just, once he went metal, do you know what I'm saying? Like officially metal, like sort of generic metal.
Yeah. Right?
Because before that, he was like kind of like punk.
Yeah, rock and roll punk.
Literally was punk. Sam Hain and the Misfits were punk bands. Yeah. And so it was like, okay, like the first Danzig album came out and we were like, this is tight. This is like really, really, really hard, like gothic rock, basically.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Cool. And then the second album came out and I just remember like taking out the liner notes and it unfolded into a reversed crucifix. I went, uh-oh. Right? Because it's just like the devil shit is like a billion other bands are doing that shit, man. Do something different, do something new. And he still released some albums that are bangers. I think that the first Danzig record is a banger. I think the fourth Danzig record is a banger too. And then even there's songs that were on every album. He should have become an EP artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
like too much filler and not enough killer. I
think he's gonna like I said, for me, like it's always been like tracks, you know what I mean? Like Her Black Wings, I like that song a lot. Real basic.
Seven is my name.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean you have to understand, I'm coming from a place of love. Huge fucking Danzig fan.
Yeah, I remember in high school there was this dude that was obsessed with them, bro. Like he would, and like we were that was when I like was really getting into the whole like European metal thing, and it was just like that was the shit up where I was at, and Danzig just seemed really kind of like I was just not there. Now I can appreciate it more now because I've listened to a lot more genres and things like that, and I go back. Yeah. That's pretty dope. There's some jams right here,
Yeah.
Back then I was just like, nah, dude. I need more like technical shit and fucking a lot of notes and speed and just fucking progressive shit,
Right. Yeah, no, I mean it's that's the thing. It's just like even back when I was listening to the Misfits and Sam Hain, we were also listening to the bands that inspired them, right? And listening to other shit, and yeah, I mean, you're just drawn to what you're drawn to, and certain things just hit you at the right age, right?
That's true, and it's like say his like inspiration. He's might have dried up, like because he's seen all the dark shit. He's read a lot of dark stories. Maybe he needs to go into have a pilot cleanse. You know, and you have this image that you want to do. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. What I'm saying is he didn't evolve.
Yeah, you have to
evolve.
Didn't evolve, and it's hard to evolve in the same style sometimes. You know.
Well, I think it's him. I think it's him. I don't think he's evolved as a person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
saying? There's a lot of shit you could do with music too, like with different.
Oh God, he should be could be doing soundtracks.
Well, not even. I'm just talking like musically. Like, okay, I'll give you
two instrumental albums.
I give an example like Korn, right? Like switch up the drumming in that band. Okay, they've never done a fast punk beat in their music, right? They've never done like fast double bass. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I got a point, right? Like you do shit like little tweaks like that to switch up bands, like the metal too. We're like, say they're a fast
experiment, do different shit.
Slow the fuck down. Let the bass player write the fucking album. I guarantee it'll sound different. Let the drummer write the album. Take off your shit because your shit's fucking. Take off your ego hat and sit back and let them share it. Because it's a shared. It's a combined effort, dude. It's a team, you know.
Yes, it's a collaborative medium.
Yeah, and it's cool for like. How do you put it? Like everyone, like you got the main writers in the beginning, you know, and you have a signature sound, and maybe the drummer, the bass player, they're not, you know, maybe they write an album and maybe only half the songs are kind of within their style, but maybe there's half the other songs they wrote are like, oh, dude, yeah, we got something here, you know, and that's how you do it, man. You know, you can only do so much to where you're basically plagiarizing yourself. You know what I mean?
Well, and even worse in his case, becoming a parody of himself.
Yeah, becoming a parody.
And you look at like Paradise Lost, and you look at how they kept experimenting, and every album sounded different, and right, and then they came back to a harder sound.
Yeah, I don't knock bands for that. Like a lot of people, you know, knock them for that. Like right now, I don't, and it doesn't mean I'm gonna like their. It doesn't mean I'm gonna like their new experimental stuff, but I almost feel that like, say if you don't have the same lineup, Brian, from the beginning, right? Yeah. So you bring in some new people, and the band is still the same name, and they're still playing the old shit. But you got to kind of look at them like they're a new band now, man. They're a new band now. They're not the same band anymore. So you got to, even though they have the same name, they got new people and new writers. So you got to judge them as it's like their first comic book or their first album, right? You can't judge them on the, you know what I mean? You could say, oh fuck, this band, they're not the old band. They suck now. Well, if it's a new band, maybe if I change the name. Maybe they change their name. Well, how would you judge them? Not so bad. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a question also staying relevant, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And Danzig is, you know, one of the giants, one of the icons. I give him his props. Like I said, all of my criticisms, they're not even disses. That's just me being raw.
No, you're just being brutal, Brian.
Well, no, I mean, it's like, as an artist, like you want people to give it to you straight.
Yeah, right? Of course.
And I want people to give it to me straight too, because I don't know if it's any good. Like, here, read it. Tell me, is this dog shit or is it all right?
And then you have to, you know, and you got to hear it from a couple people. They're gonna be brutal with you, and then if you're like, they got a point, and then really let's sit there and examine it, you know, and then like, nah, they're fucking stupid. I'm gonna keep it. Or they're like, you know what? Most of the time, you know, it's just
here's the thing. Same thing with Typo Negative. I was like, that was a band where I was like, you know what? If these guys grow up, they could be a formidable band, right? Yeah. And they never grew up. And then, you know, I mean, maybe Peter Steele would have grown up, you know, if he had lived. And by growing up, I mean musically. But I don't know what it is. I think maybe some people just get stuck at a certain age.
They get stuck in their style and their tempos and things like that. You know what I mean? A lot of bands don't really. Again, you gotta switch up the tempos and beats and things like that. So you're talking about like Danzig and Typo Negative. They got that slow genre thing. Sometimes you gotta break the subgenre a bit. And that's a lot. Most bands don't do that. You know, like for me when I listen to a band and they say they have songs that sound like fucking, Cannibal Corpse, and then they got a song in the middle that sounds like kind of slow, like fucking Typo Negative. They'll do a slow song, or at least tempo wise. Then there's some palette cleansing within the album. A lot of bands back in the day didn't do that. Bands are doing that now more, and they have been doing it for like the past 20 years. But in the beginning, bands were like, these are all our songs, and they're all like kind of similar tempoed and boom, boom, boom.
Well, I remember like in the mid '90s, it was like you were waiting to see Danzig evolve, and he just wasn't evolving, right? Yeah. And then finally he did like a different sounding album, which was Black Acid Devil, produced by Rob Zombie, right? Who I saw opening for Danzig like years before.
Yeah.
And it was like, dude, this is too late. Like, you should have been fucking around like this like a few years ago.
Yeah. No, that happens.
Now this is because we were busting balls. Like, we were like, oh, like, did you listen to the new 9-inch Glenn?
Oh,
right, man. The 9-inch Danzig.
What's up, brother? Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate you. He's a man.
Smash that like button, people.
I actually got some there's this new book coming out in this fall. It's it's a trendy style book, but it looks like the people have been working on it for a while. But I want to just kind of share it.
There's room for everything.
Take a look. It's funny too because like there's stuff that are just they're popular, and it comes out and people kind of overlook it, like because the like say Viking shit might be played out, so a lot of it might get overlooked, but you might be missing up. This is Eldritch, you know what I mean, and it's kind of pulpy, so other people might look at it and be like, it's but I think it looks pretty cool. And
been enjoying your Conan reviews, by the way. And
oh yeah, I wish I had more of a better format for those, but
no, it's
perfect. They're either 10 minutes or they're 20 minutes, but I think
they're fine.
Just go all over the place and relax and do what I want. But this one right here, man, this book, this one's called Kraken. It's a new graphic novel. I'm really digging the artwork. It's if you haven't got enough monsters in your life, Titan Comics has got you covered. The publisher has just announced their newest graphic novel, Kraken, from writer Shannon Eric Denton and artist David Hartman, about an eccentric adventurer who must stop a horde of eldritch monsters from taking over the world. So that's pretty Hellboy-esque. It's kind of trendy. You know what I mean? It's been trendy.
Yeah. Like superhero horror.
The last 20 years. The graphic novel's fall release will feature 2 covers for fans to collect, featuring art by both Hartman and Hellboy creator Mike Mignola. The full description of the story is followed. Oh, dude, it's like fucking Lobster Johnson, bro. I'm all in. Set in an alternate 1930s filled with dark magic, ancient horrors, and occult powers, Kraken will captivate fans of historical and supernatural thrillers. The graphic novel has been praised high by Rob Zombie, who calls Kraken an insane, ripping yarn, and acclaimed creator Phil Hester, who says Kraken packs action, romance, high adventure, horror, and just straight up weirdness into every moment. So after disappearing for 3 years, esteemed adventurer Kraken returns to reality in search of his allies to stop an evil sorceress from unleashing a horde of eldritch monsters on the world. Armed with a pistol and supernatural tentacles, the Kraken is loose. So this dude's got, supernatural tentacles. You want to see the Mike Mignola cover?
Oh, that's why he's called Kraken.
Look at that.
Oh man, Mignola. That's a badass.
You still there, Brian? I love that. Oh, I think Brian. Oh, Kraken.
Did I freeze again?
I think so.
All right, because I'm plugged right the fuck in.
I don't know.
I should not be lagging, but it is the weekend, and for some reason around here the interwebs get slow. I guess because a lot of people are using it or something.
All right, here we go. It might be a little better. Just the internet connection. Yeah, you're doing good. It might be. I think it's me this time. No,
you're coming through.
Check out. There's a Mike Mignola cover. It is the weekend, and it's here's the trailer. Oh yeah, totally, dude.
Oh, dude, seriously, this is like Taylor's. Full screen that motherfucker. There we go. was up with that quote? You know, the first one was like really like a split second. Ah,
Don Coscarelli.
Don. Yeah, boy.
So he was digging it. But yeah, I think the book looks cool, man.
Oh, looks awesome. Looks awesome. And yeah, I mean, you know, not to change the subject, but yeah, speaking of Don Coscarelli, Reggie Bannister is in hospice right now on his way out.
Oh wow!
Do you even know who Reggie Bannister is? Reggie Bannister from the
he was the guy from Phantasm, right?
Yeah.
The guy with
Reggie
the ice cream guy,
quad
right?
shotgun with a quad shotty.
Mm-hmm. That sucks, man. I thought you'd get a kick out of that because it had Coscarelli on the trailer. You know, it had the yin and the yang. It had zombie and then it had Coscarelli. I was like, all right, cool.
He's kind of like Rob Zombie's sort of like Ja Rule was to like 50 Cent. I kind of have a 50 Cent Ja Rule kind of a relationship with that dude, kind of. Not that I know him personally, but and look, he could be like the nicest guy ever for all I know, right? But everybody that's ever known him or met him has told me that he's a dick, and I'm just not a fan. Speaking of Danzig, you know, please, Glenn, no more movies. It's enough. So in that article, did it say anything about him making more movies?
Nah, it was just about the touring and stuff.
Okay.
Right. But I got this.
Let's bring it back to this this dope looking book.
A video game. There's this new game coming out, man. It looks pretty awesome. I think it's been out for a while though. But yeah, it definitely looks. So this game's called Dark Times. It has this like anime trailer. It doesn't really look like anime too much. It looks fucking cool though. But they have a part 2. So if you guys just go to Dark Times, one word, it's a video game that looks like it's similar style. It's like possibly World of Warcraft or something like that, or maybe even Postal. But check out the anime they made for it.
Some say we were birthed by ancient gods. Others say we're merely folklore. My kind is not welcome in these lands. They speak in whispers. They hate us. The days are growing darker.
Love that artwork.
I wonder if I am here because of the blood or the coin.
Yeah, this is the anime style I like.
Because of her.
Oh, they just call it anime because like Zoomers, like they don't understand what the word animation means. So it's all animation's anime now, yeah.
They say to gaze upon her is to accept one's death.
Dumb shits.
But I do not fear death. My fate was written long before my birth.
That's a bard.
My journey, my tale, ends here.
That'll look fun, bro.
A chronicler, yeah.
My chronicler.
Come along and chronicle my adventures.
But there's like some gameplay. I don't really have it right here, but again, it's like that overshot view. It looks like, you know, Command and Conquer and all that. Looks dope though. There's another like little trailer for it out there, but it's very like Viking style, you know, inspired. So, you know, that's my jam. I'm always looking for that, no matter if it's trendy or not. Viking shit to me never gets.
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt.
Time where we had nothing, bro. Like me and my brother, like there was no Viking media whatsoever. Like they had like the Vikings with Tony Curtis, like that was it, dude.
Dude,
and then
decades.
Pathfinder came out. Pathfinder was the only. That was the only. They never just really, to me, they never had anything.
Well, 13th Warrior before that.
Yeah, 13th Warrior. Yeah.
I remember being in a movie theater watching that shit, and I read the novel and was a huge fan of the novel. So I was looking forward to that movie, and I just remember just like how cool it was to sit in a movie theater and see like on a big screen a Viking ship just going down a fjord, and the
cool.
mist and everything. And I was just like,
they
don't make movies like that anymore. Like all that shit was like in camera. There was no fucking CGI.
Our homie Buzz, the Ace, he loves that movie. Like he did he did his Viking book, the leopard, the white leopard. I can't wait for the second one.
Yeah.
But
I love that movie too.
I would pay to see that in theaters because some of these movies came out where like there's a lot of movies, bro, like at least 100 that I want to see in theater that I didn't, it was before my time,
That's what I loved about the Alamo Draft House, man. Every now and then they're like, what? They're playing Streets of Fire? Oh, hell yeah.
Everybody go check out Drawn Sword Graphics. He's got an awesome drawing channel. His art's very, very, very metal. A lot of detail. He's got some really cool stuff on there. For our boy from New Zealand, I'm jelly. You live out there. It seems like I've been like coming into contact with a lot of people that are in New Zealand and Australia. I want to live in New Zealand, man. That place is dope.
Cool, man. No, I mean, look.
I think it's New Zealand. Don't quote me on that.
We got peeps. We got peeps. Michael Bancroft's in Oz, and both Australia is sacred ground because that's where the Mad Max and Mad Max 2 were filmed, right? And Peter Jackson is from New Zealand, so we're cool. We're cool with New Zealand for Sheezy.
Did you see the beginning of the show? I showed off the new Batman that's coming out. It's written by Matt Fraction. It's drawn by Jorge Jimenez. Have you seen any of the stuff about that?
No.
It looks pretty dope, and I'm not a real big,
potentially good team though.
I'm not really into Matt Fraction. I've never really read too much of his stuff, but I don't know. I know his wife was like a big SJW, but
he's no. Yeah.
But I give him the benefit of the doubt, and it sounds pretty cool, dude. You know what I mean? But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a bad writer, and he is an SJW, but you still have to separate the art from the artist. The question is do I read your comic and think, damn, what a fucking SJW, right?
Right. Yeah.
If I don't, then I could get, believe it, have your opinion. It's all good.
I was trying to mod up some people, but for some reason I'm still on my other channel account. And I've been trying to switch out of it for some reason on YouTube. I have to like get in there somehow and switch it. So, I was trying to give people wrenches like last week, but yeah, I have to figure that out after the show. I still got tomorrow night. We're about halfway through the show right now. Brian, we're going to be doing a little horror movie club on your show tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern time, right?
10:30.
All right, sweet, awesome. Because there's a lot of stuff I got to do tomorrow too. Going to barbecue and things like that.
I figured later was better for you. So
yeah, that'd be sick. Middle Earth. That's what I'm saying, man. You live in like the real like metal place.
In the Shire. God damn. Mordor.
And I was recording some vocals earlier today for Hell War.
Nice.
I've been doing it through the phone, and it's like, damn, I'm not happy with it, but I mean, I'm happy with it, but it's like when I keep taking takes, and it's not like like the way it used to be, like in a booth or I don't know.
A phone.
Yeah, Van Lab, and there's all these little like things you could put on your voice, like filters and pitch stuff, and I'm like, I ain't gonna do that, This shit's probably gonna come out sounding really raw, but I don't give a fuck, I gotta have it,
Raw is good.
I like the raw.
Raw is good, I like my art a little dirty.
Yeah, so well, the song's done. It's just I gotta record my vocals, and then Dave will go in there and he'll probably re-record some stuff and add some stuff too. Like yeah, hopefully I can get it finished. And pleasure. I'm privileged to where I can work with the best guitar player ever.
Hell yeah!
We'll see what happens. But I have some metal for you guys. Okay,
some metal.
We're gonna take a little metal break. Maybe get a little shot of some Rebel 100. Still drinking my Dunkin' right now. I gotta. Oh yeah! Before we show the metal, let's talk about Horror Movie Club, because we're just doing that show whenever the fuck we want now, basically, or whenever we want.
Yeah.
And the movie will do.
No pressure, but yeah, because I just got sick of doing it like on the regular and it feeling like a job, right?
No, it should
Where I'm
never
not
be
getting
that way.
paid, and I'm just like, nah, I want to like concentrate on making videos, and then maybe every now and then just like stream when I feel like it.
Like if it's a job and you're not getting paid for it, it kind of sucks. You have to really like it. If you could love it, then that's even better. What movie are we watching again?
Having fun, then it's time to stop. Exactly. I'm sorry, you were saying?
I'm sorry. What movie were we watching again? Because I'm going to watch it tonight.
Evil Speak.
Evil Speak. That's one word. It's on.
Evil Speak.
Dude. Maybe like you can send me the link through the private chat, and then I could drop it in the chat, or you can do it. And then I'm going to throw on some metal right now. It's a new song. I've heard like probably the first 30 seconds of it. For me, this band, it's funny because they started out like with. I love what they did, man. They started out playing new metal, and then they got better and more technical and better until they became like melodic death metal for a while. I was like, fuck yeah, I love it when bands do that, This band's name is Machine Head. So let me show you the new Machine Head. And that guy's got a really good podcast too, a YouTube channel. Rob Flynn. He interviews a lot of people on there. I recommend his channel. I forgot the name of his channel. I'll have to look it up. Try to do more metal. Try to promote more metal YouTube shows on this show more. Let me see here. Yeah, there's a bunch. Yeah. There's a bunch of them out there. Let's see here.
I put the trailer link in the goddamn motherfucking commercials.
Skip this
ad. You gotta get the fucking filter to
here we go.
Cleanse your feed of them.
Trying to make sure you can hear everything.
One bound, one breakable, so never tear us down, never know where the crowd.
Metal. Chaos in the Pit.
Blackout, running in the shadows, walking the streets of fiction's taking their hold. Knocked out, crawling on my elbows, the fucking finger pulled me out of this hole. Waiting to the endless honor standard, no, we never felt a bloody, but a broken modern feeling simple. Never let them get the power, cross through every darkest tower, push away the beast that never cower or fall. Never forget, we will never forgive. Never forget, we will never forget. One bound, one breakable, so never tear us down, never know where the crowd. One bound, one unstoppable, unrivaled power, we are one bound. My road, one that credit keeper, come from the curve, breaking the chains.
Send the doodle, hell, stop by.
Nothing is sickle, come with foot in the grave. Sick of all the compromising bullshit, also agonizing. Temperature is rising as I'm clenching a fist. Stop with all the places rising, we are flat. Cauterizing on apologizing, I'm the king of the sick. Mirrors and wires, the vessels of our pride. Never forget, we will never forgive. Never forget, we will never forgive. One bound, one breakable, so never tear us down, never know where the crowd. One bound, one stoppable, unrivaled power, we are one bound, one bound. Why are the tolling on the melody? You'll never tear us down. Never you'll wear the crown.
That was a pretty cool song. I didn't hear the whole thing, but yeah, it was all right. I like how that dude, he plays guitar and sings at the same time. Anybody that does that, man, I think is fucking cool. But yeah, they got some really good albums like in the middle years.
No, they really do.
Let's see.
And you know what? It is cool that, watching these bands and watching these artists getting older, right? You're always like
he's
thinking,
old too,
right? You're thinking, at what point does this like get silly, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is it's a genre of music, generally speaking, where it's okay for the artists to age, right?
Yeah.
Like the harder shit, because it's just like, the Rolling Stones, fucking Mick Jagger, like 90 years old, looking like a fucking crypt keeper,
Yeah.
jiggling around on stage, talking about I can't get no satisfaction.
Yeah.
Right? Because the thing is,
satisfied.
ultimately, it's like you have music that's about your dick, or you have music that's not about your dick.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I don't know, man. Sometimes it's like, just stop this conform. Shave your head, shave your beard, put on something casual, put on your Dockers and
or Iggy Pop, man. Iggy Pop.
Act your age, you know what I mean? But I don't it's like, nah, dude, I'm gonna be rocking. I'm gonna be like, even if I shave my head, and I'm still gonna be playing metal, like no matter what.
Yes.
What are you doing? Sometimes like people hate on like people like, you're too old for that, and it's like or even women, like, they hate on each other, like, oh, she's too old to be dressing like that. She's a grandma. Like, who gives a fuck? There's some grandmas out there that look better than chicks that are younger than them, and it's if she wants to look that way, let her look that way. You're gonna be that old one day, so you better watch your mouth, because you're not gonna like it, if that happens. So I don't like age shame people, and I don't like that's
no,
stupid.
because we're all headed there. That's the thing.
Yeah,
and that's the thing that's fucked up about age shaming, and the fact that
exactly.
The old gray wizards of metal. Exactly.
I say I'm the greenish gray artist. It's like, so like I'm still like, I've been doing it for a while, but I'm still very green at it. But I know a little bit of shit,
I'm just imagining like, Arnold in fucking that third Conan movie that we never got.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Where it would have been King Conan.
Yeah.
Right? If Milius had been allowed to do his trilogy.
Triple H is his son.
And how great it would be to have Arnold still just fucking come back.
I would be down.
Conan and just fucking,
Who wants to do it? They can't.
It's never gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. Like, and it's funny, fools are on that Henry Cavill thing. Like, I was getting in arguments with people about Cavill playing
He'd be great.
Conan. And I was like, dude, he's John Buscema's Conan, bro. He, like, just give him that, chop the bangs up with a knife, like dirty chop him, like, he had a sword and cut his bangs like that, so he looked like he chopped them. He's got
Homeboy is versatile.
Blue eyes, dude. He looks like John Buscema's Conan. I specifically mean Buscema, And
here's the thing.
dude, oh my god, he'd be perfect. I know everybody like wants them to play every character. Like, dude, he'd be a great Batman. Yes, he'd be a great James Bond. Yes, he'd be a good Conan. He's my first pick. We've had Momoa, but I would rather get Cavill. I kind of see him
for sure.
I pick Cavill.
Well, because here's the thing about Cavill is that he is sort of like a pretty boy, without a doubt, right?
Yeah.
But he can play a fucking roughneck.
Yeah, and he can even like easily like gracefully go into that role like in his 50s. Like I could, if he still like works out and does stuff, he could play an older Conan even. Like if he doesn't do it. And if not, then he could play Cole. Like I was even saying that, like when Momoa got the logo part. Like for me, I would have Momoa play Cole, and then I would have him play Conan, because I always imagine Conan is taller, or Cole is like a little more taller, a little more different, different age, but an era, right?
And just a totally different mindset. right?
Yeah.
That's why it drives me crazy with that Cull has been dismissed as just being a Conan clone, right?
Brian,
That was
hey, you know what we need to
always
do? You know what we need to
like,
do, buddy? We need to do a show where we put Conan, right? And we put Cole through the Myers-Briggs personality test. You know,
like,
we'll
hell
do it live.
yes.
And then we'll figure it out. Then we'll,
Oh my God.
we'll do a whole live show. You know,
Oh,
don't steal our idea,
dude.
whoever's watching it, because it's a pretty fucking good idea. Just
Dude,
so
that's an
people
awesome fucking idea. Oh, we need to do that. Can you make that happen?
we'll just, we'll do that one of these days. You know, we'll make a show out of it. You know, when we're just do some bullshit.
Seriously, I love that fucking idea, dude.
How
How much fucking fun would that be?
I think it would be fun because there's only like 16 questions and each go, and you're just because they're similar in a lot of ways, but they're not. You know, so.
Well, they're just
to make it even harder.
Personalities.
Let's make it even harder, right? Let's okay. And I want it to be King Conan, compared contrast to King Cole, because King Conan is the most similar to King Cole as opposed to young Conan and Pirate Conan and Thief Conan, right?
Cole is the character that we meet as king, right? There's never any stories from when before he became king, right? There's just like
mentions. There's mentions of it though, like his life in slavery.
Oh yeah, no, he has a past.
And it being in tribes and whatnot.
Yeah. And it being a galley slave, being a refugee from Atlantis because they were gonna like kill this girl in a really horrible way, and he gave her a merciful death. So they were like, okay, well now we're gonna kill you. So that's why he split. He was raised by tigers. He was literally a wild child, right? So his nature is that he's introspective as fuck, right?
Like Tarzan in some ways.
He's always looking in, but he's got that Wolverine power. He has the same one of the superpowers that Wolverine has, and that's the Berserker Rage.
Yeah, it's that Tiger Rage.
Yeah, so he's just fucking, it's just like he can turn on the badass like when he needs to.
You turn on the red out.
No, absolutely.
I'm reading out. I was talking to Preston about that.
Cole is a cooler character than Conan because Conan, God bless him, he's the man that you want to be, right? Like that's what I always say. And I think Cole is more like the guy you would be if you were like in that body.
Yeah, that would be pretty
right?
cool. I
just, like, gotta kick ass and take care of business, but gee, am I fucking up? Am I doing a good job?
Oh snap!
Oh,
movie we're going to be talking about. I'm going to be watching tonight.
Everyone's known a boy.
Brian, put the link in the chat, guys. And real quick, we're going to be going over this tomorrow on. That's a young Clint Howard. We're going to be going over this on Brian's channel tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the link's in the chat. This movie is available on YouTube, and I'm going to watch it tonight after the show with the wife, and we'll see what happens. This is some scenes from it, and
it's so 80s, dude. It's so 80s metal.
I did a Cole magazine. Yes, brother. It's funny though, man. It's almost like it's almost like they know about. They did do a Cole story with Conan, which was awesome. Like Conan went back into the Cole era and they found the well, I don't want to spoil it. Go read the new Titan. I don't want to spoil it. You're gonna love it. Right, Brian?
And the David Latham Cull comics, which came out about, I think, like 10 years ago or something like that. Maybe a little bit more. Those are fucking dope too.
But I will say that to piggyback on that, Russ Leach and Arrow Comics, they're going to be putting out new Cole stories, comics that are they're the same size as that. So
they're awesome.
They're shooting for 4 year.
I know.
So we'll see what happens with that. So we will be getting some Cole, and in some ways I kind of like that. And it seems like I know that Titan knows about what Russ is doing. They have to know. It's a small space. So maybe they're like, we're just going to focus more on Solomon Kane and because they're really going hard on Solomon Kane. This year's the big year of Solomon Kane for them, which
hell yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to Patrick Searcher shit. So maybe they'll,
that's my boy.
But yeah, man, here's the trailer, guys.
He's the kid everyone used to pick on.
Screwed up for the last time, Cooper Dick.
You see, everyone thought Stanley was a joke. An outcast with no one to turn to.
You guys broke my catapult. You're gonna pay for that.
No one except
The bullied
man's
kid
most
in a horror
advanced
movie,
machine.
always dangerous. He jacks into
Stanley used
Satan
the
on his
power of
PC.
man to call on the powers of evil.
I, Stanley Cooper Smith, command you! Oh my God.
And all hell broke loose.
Yeah. Richard Mall.
Oh yeah.
Imbue
Paul
these
from, Night
creatures
Court.
with your strength
Yeah.
and force. Let them avenge me.
Yeah, probably mom.
Evil speak. Remember that little kid you
Yeah,
used
that
to
movie
pick
is
on?
fucking bonkers as fuck.
Well, he's a
It's on
big
YouTube
boy
right now too. So we got the link in the chat, guys. So that looks pretty crazy. I'm definitely gonna check it out tonight.
Oh, dude. I mean, it's just so fucking 80s. Like, the best way I could describe this movie is that it's an 80s heavy metal album cover.
Yeah.
If it were turned into a movie. Like,
wow.
it's like that, but that's the level at which this approaches the occult. Do you know what I'm saying? It's oh god, it's so fucking 80s. It's the thing. Here's the thing: be prepared to, and I don't think it's boring, and I don't think it's a slog by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
But most of like what you saw in that clip, that's at the climax.
Oh, okay. I had a feeling.
And the climax is fucking off the chain. It's amazing. It's like Clint Howard armed with a sword levitating with a army of like flesh eating like hell pigs. It's
okay.
Yeah, it's complete. Yeah, no, this shit is nuts.
We got the another campaign launched a few days ago. This Matt Martin Snowman 2. I don't know if you read. Did you get Snowman, the first Snowman book?
I don't think I even heard of it.
Okay, he launched it under Evan's like all caps, but it was like the book was fucking dope. It was like one of the best books of last year. It was filled with gore. It took him a long time to get it, and it was a straight up gore western. You know.
Is it about the Wendigo?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was fuck, dude. I did a review on it, man, and I was just like blown away. A lot of people liked it, and a lot of people didn't like it because it left like a big thing, left on a cliffhanger for the next one. So this is the second one. He's not publishing under all caps anymore. Now he's I think it's 6 feet or 6 feet under.
Huh? Good for him.
Yeah, and here's the trailer. Six Below Comics.
Oh, Stefani. Nice cinematic trailer.
Yeah, dude.
That's really well done.
There's this basically there's this Native Americans like ghost that's going around. He's just like killing all these people, man. And like there's like these two like a frontiersman and another dude. They're trying to stop him in the first book. It's good, dude. Just like wow.
No, it looks great, dude. It looks great. I mean, it looks like a horror movie. The scenes in the mine and all that stuff.
Horror movie.
Yeah.
And he could turn into this snow monster, like this ice snowman, you know. But in the book, he just looks like this. The first book, he's this other character.
Stefani's such a fucking great artist.
Yeah. Oh no, Matt Martin's the artist in here. Stefani's the colorist.
Oh.
Yeah. That guy right here. So see the dude with the crow, the dead crow on his head?
Yeah.
That's the Native American. He's got this hatchet and oh man, and he's the snowman. That's the first book, A Cold Day in Hell, and the art is just fucking top tier. Like, love the style. Got a lot of good reviews right here, and it looks like he did. There's 2 books right here. Again, the first one is a straight up Western, and then it ends on a cliffhanger into modern times. And let's see here. In 1995, 100 years have passed since the events of A Cold Day in Hell. A construction accident is about to loose the wrath of Snowman upon the modern mountain town of Silver Creek. In the unfolding nightmare, 2 lost souls named Jack and Gwen are about to meet. Together, they are going to find out what evil is. So that's the name of this one. It's called Ghost Dance, and he's also offering a smaller in-between, or at least an origin story for the main character in this book. It's called Little Wing. Gwen Fiala didn't begin life on a stripper pole. We all start small. We start innocent. Learning to overcome fear and standing up to monsters start small too, with big bites and bullies. What could possibly prepare young Gwen for her future showdown with the icy horror that awaits her? Little Wing is the story of who Gwen is and why she's the only one who can stop the snowman. So, and then this is Cold Day in Hell. You know, Daniel Elkhart is on a journey. This is the one I was talking about, the first book, seeking the meaning of a dark vision that haunts his dreams. With this companion Samuel, they would discover a figure of vengeance and hatred that they could never have imagined. A victim of a genocidal massacre has somehow returned from the dead and is carving a path of death across the heart of America. Driven by the echoes of Silent Scream, this is the story of a man once known as Black Dog, and the one who will now be forever known as Snowman. This is a fresh offering of Cold Day in Hell. It will feature all new cover, minor corrections, and will be saddle stitched to let the amazing 2-page spreads be viewed as intended. That's one cool thing about saddle stitch. You know, I have the regular one, but yeah, man, this little snowman right here, that's just for fun. I think that's
pretty cool. No, I mean, look,
character, dude. This looks
like a horror movie.
Oh, it's a straight up horror movie, dude. It would have it had like a Sam Raimi doing it. Like, oh, dude, it'd be fucking awesome. Like, I think a lot of people slept on that book. Like a lot of, like definitely the best book that All Caps put out. You know, it's not on All Caps anymore, but definitely the best book that Ethan published by far. But a lot of people
backers got it. So
yeah, backers got it, and then a lot of people didn't buy it. You know, I think it hit $100,000, but it was to me, I thought it deserved it. And it's like fuck, dude. You know, that's my jam. It's like I love Butch Cleaver, and it's like the same type of shit, but way better.
Oh, it looks amazing. It looks amazing. I don't know if I can back that shit right now, though. I gotta fucking pay Ollie for fucking colors. Gotta pay letters and shit.
No, I'm sure it'll be available. Like, you know, like it's gonna be around, dude. This guy
one of these days.
Yeah. Let me put the link in the chat.
Because that does look dope. I'm not gonna lie.
No, dude, it's dope as fuck. Like the first one is so good. I want to get it too, but I have a list of books that I got to get first before I back this. You know, there's just so many, dude.
And you know, that's the thing.
I still got to get Phil's book, like the
Psycho Slumber.
Yeah.
And also Sim's book, Hell Zone. That still hasn't funded, and that only has a few days left. We need to fucking start trying to pimp that shit.
Yeah, for sure, man. I don't know about you, man. You wanna go monster hunting or what?
Go to the wilds. Yeah. You know me.
Yeah, Sim's book needs some love. I got that lined up tonight too. So the Honey Island Swamp Monster. So this one is it's one of the bog monster / Sasquatchian monsters that we hear about. But I've been getting different artist interpretations. I like this one, the design of it. I think it looks pretty cool. The art's a little, whatever. But the Honey Island swamp monster, or Latish, is a humanoid cryptid that is reported to have been seen and in around Honey Island Swamp, Louisiana, since 1963. I'm sure Preston knows about this. It was first reported in 1963 when 2 hunters spotted the creature prowling the swamps. Its tracks indicate 3-toed webbed feet, which that's pretty cool. It is possible that a Bigfoot evolved webbed feet to better suit the swamp environment. That's cool, man. It's really cool.
Well, it's be a good monster.
Some even believe it's an experiment gone. Yeah, dude. AWOL array. The creature has also featured an episode of Lost Tapes, where it is attacked a hunter who ultimately survived the attack. It is also featured in Cryptids, the Swamp Beast. So,
well, the drawing,
yeah, man, sightings of monster was
like a Yeti.
Yeah, there's a lot. Well, I mean, I have some other pictures too of it. I'll pull up, but it says like the first sighting in 1963 was Harlan Ford and his friend Billy Mills were searching for an abandoned cabin, spotted by Ford in a plane deep in the Honey Island swamp. The friends reached a clearing where they spotted the creature. The two kept eye contact with only them for a moment before escaping into the underbrush. Describing the creature, Ford said the following: "It was nothing like I'd ever seen before. Ugly and sinister, looking something like out of a horror movie."
Oh, hell yeah.
But yeah, there's some cool stuff about it right here. You guys can there's a nice little picture of it right there.
I want monsters to be real
more right
so
here.
bad.
I think that let me show you some more. I got some from I got the Googles. Let's see here.
Let me get a quick refill.
When I see it, man, it looks like Swamp Thing. It looks like Swamp Thing mixed with crossed with Bigfoot. Hey, what's up, dude? AKA Pad. Let me know if you wanna jump in, man. I'll shoot you the link. Whatchamacallit, it looks like Swamp Thing mixed with Bigfoot. I think that's pretty cool, actually. It's a good like combination, because I don't know, there's a lot of these like Bigfoot or Sasquatch type characters, but they all kind of look similar. But I think there's a lot of potential with this one. And the one that they had up on Crypto Wiki, it's a cool concept. It's just the art's not really there yet, in my opinion. But if you were to take that concept, and run with it, you'd have a really cool like Sasquatch bog monster type character. Let's see, got a couple right here. That one looks pretty scary, man. And if you guys haven't checked out the Swamp Thing TV show, highly recommend that. That's on I think it's on Max right now, like maybe HBO or something like that. Very underrated. The show got canceled because the budget. I was watching was it Inside of You, that podcast with Michael Rosenbaum, and he had the actor Kevin Durant. He was the villain on the Swamp Thing show. He was also the main lead towards the end of The Strain. And so Swamp Thing, he was in there. He became the villain at the end, and the show got canceled because the budget was too expensive. And he was also in The Strain. He played this Russian character named Fett. And that show got canceled because it was a strain on the people that worked there. It was like every Friday night, they just couldn't keep the crew in Toronto. It was just too hardcore, so they had to cancel The Strain. I guess the show would have went on. So it had a pretty big fan base. I really liked that show. It only had like 4 seasons.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of didn't like the way it was wrapped up, but you
Yeah.
know, and what's his face? Fucking Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
He had a really funny story about that recently. He said that like he was like kind of like not sure if he would take the part, and that Guillermo told him, "It's like, you have to take the part. In this movie, you get to be the hero and you get the ass."
Yeah, that was on Rosenbaum's. That's a good channel, man. Oh, I like this one right here.
Oh yeah. Looks kind of like a cross, like a reptilian version of a Yeti.
Yeah,
I mean, or a Bigfoot.
Looks dope. And some of them look like Swamp Thing mixed with a Bigfoot. You know what I mean? Pretty awesome.
Campfire, that one looks fucking creepy as fuck.
Yeah. What we got? Big Swamp Foot escaped from DUM in a post-apocalyptic.
Wow, so Louisiana has got quite a share of monsters, right? Isn't that where the Boggy Creek monster is too?
Dude, they got a ton, bro. They also got the Rougarou, their werewolf. They have a few Sasquatches over there. You know, I really want to do a like a Bigfoot book. That's in the cards for me. I have one lined up. And it's always like, I don't know, man. Like, I came up with like all these concepts when I was a kid or when I was a younger man for comics, and it's like when you're in a band and you start out, you have like the real like adolescent like ideas. They have a lot of passion behind them, and a lot of them are really good. And you can still use them later on in life. Just gotta kind of sit on them for a while, I guess. But the Bigfoot's been very used in comics a lot lately. You know, it's a very common, trendy topic.
Squatch is very popular.
But it's like, I want to do my Squatch too, you know? And I'm not just, without spoiling too much, it ain't just going to be Bigfoot. There's going to be a lot of them in there. When I do they're all going to be in there. I'll just tell you that, you know?
Oh, man.
Every single one of those motherfuckers. Deep underground. Imagine all the Sasquatches around the world where there was tribes of them and they all know each other exist, and there's wars. That's my shit. Don't steal it. I'm sure I'm not the only one thinking about it, but that's, yeah. Are you down to play a little game, a little guessing game, Brian?
Fuck yeah.
All right, cool. So this is a part of the show where you have to guess this band name. Let's see if Brian can figure it out. I don't know if you can do it, Brian.
Oh, shit.
Black Metal Decode.
Whoa.
Haha.
Yeah.
see if you can get in there with that.
You have to move away from I have to move away from the screen.
Let me see. You want me to make it bigger?
That might help.
Let me try it.
I got a feeling I'm going to be flummoxed on this one.
Yeah. A little tricky, huh?
Yeah. You know what's tricky about this one? You have to look for the letters. Like, before you even start figuring out what the letters are, you have to find them.
Yeah. It's like, where's Waldo? It's like, where's Wooly? Where's Wooly?
Wow. This one's challenging.
The challenge.
Ah, I see an S at the end.
Yes. Oh, wait. No. There's no S in there. I was thinking of another band name.
I have to stare at this for hours.
You ready? All right. I'm going to do the countdown.
Yeah, I throw on the towel, of course. Yeah.
All right. So hopefully one day I become a millionaire and I could give like prizes out for the people that land these.
That'd be great.
But I'm going to count down from 3. Okay. 3, 2, 1. All right. This band is called Moonblood. Moonblood. All right. Definitely black metal. If you're into the black metal. Moonblood.
I thought that was an S at the end. It's not. It's a D.
Mm-hmm. The D.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That was definitely for advanced practitioners.
Right. Let's see here. Oh yeah, man. Brian, if you haven't subscribed to AKA Pad and Bronze Sword Graphics, they got some awesome content. I think AKA Pad has the best comic book content right now on YouTube.
Oh no shit!
He does tons of content.
I will definitely check this shit out.
He does these like old school like comic book reviews of like from like the 90s or even back in the day. He has all kinds of different stuff on there. So, but he's a badass artist too. I was on a live stream with him. You know Omer Glitch?
Oh, the name's really familiar. Oh wait, I'm subscribed to this dude.
Oh, okay, cool, sweet.
But I didn't have the bell rung.
Dude, there's so many like things where I don't have the bell rung, so I don't get the
I know.
But even if you do have the bell on there, it still doesn't send them all the time. You know?
No, it doesn't.
Like I was trying to catch some of those Fraga morning draw streams, and they're not sending them to me. You know, a lot of the time I'm sleeping, but sometimes I'll try to peep in there and see.
Algorithm's fucked.
Yeah, dude. 100%, man. 100%. What else you got going on tonight?
Oh, me? Not much, man. Just, working on that Paul Nashi video.
Oh, sweet. How's that going?
Good, but like time consuming. And but it's
Yeah.
fun. I've already got the script for it, so I'm just putting the clips where in a certain order, and then I'll record the audio, and then I'll like edit to fit the audio.
I've been seeing him like in the ether a lot more now. I don't know why, but he's popping up a
real?
lot.
You know
and
why?
I don't like search for him and stuff, but it's in there. Maybe because the werewolves are popular now. We're in that werewolf era,
Yeah.
It is true. I mean, what was it? I forgot his name.
The pug is making a comeback, yo.
Well, during the Republican era, werewolves are popular, and in the Democratic era, the vampires are popular. That's kind of like a phenomenon. And there's a lot, dude. There's a whole lot. Like it just happens. Like okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, and fucking thank God that Leigh Whannell fucking Wolfman remake just tanked at the fucking box office. Fuck that guy. I have no respect for people who come into the genre disrespecting the genre.
Well, or they take the name, you know what I mean, and they make their movie, you know what I mean, and they put what they think the movie should be, and it's like,
well, it's
like remake the Wolfman, dude. I want to see it, but just remake it with that. If otherwise, But I mean, he got away with. He called it Wolfman, not the Wolfman. But where they fucked up is it's under Universal, so
exactly. They know what they're doing, but that's the thing is they can make sort of Elseworlds movies, and as for the the dark universe, if they fucking you know what, they should get fucking Robert Eggers to fucking head that up. They couldn't get Guillermo. Guillermo turned it down, and says that's his biggest regret.
Oh yeah,
and I too kind of feel like slapping him for doing that.
He's making the Guillermo verse now, like on like low,
right.
And he's gonna make him wherever the fuck he can. Like he made his Shape of Water was the Creature from the Black Lagoon. He's making his Frankenstein at Netflix. He'll probably make a Wolfman movie. And I think that The Strain was kind of like his Dracula movie in some ways. But he'll probably go and do a Wolfman movie eventually. But I think that they need to just hit up James Wan, man. I think he's the guy for the universe, for the Dark Universe. That's the guy.
He could do it. He could do it.
He's got the resume, he's got the chops, he's got everything to make the perfect. He's the guy. So I would go to James Wan. I'd say, all right, dude, we need to make low budget Dracula. Think Nosferatu, but more fun and scary at the same time.
Well, yeah, because the whole idea is a crossover universe, because that was like the first crossover universe.
And it doesn't have to be like, it should be like somewhat gothic and scary, but it doesn't have to be Nosferatu. And we're not doing Robert Eggers here. It's going to be ultimately, we're going to push as far as we can go to get like families in there, but scary and fun. And, that's how I would do it. I would probably try to do it like that if I could.
Like Eggers maybe would make it too serious.
Yeah, because I mean, Eggers is the art house Dark Universe, because they own Focus Features. That is art house Dark Universe. That's what he's doing so far, because he's doing Werewolf next, and he already did Nosferatu. So, but they're remaking the Mummy movie too. They're making a new Mummy movie. So, I think they're just doing Elseworld shit. They did it with Dracula. They did the Nicolas Cage one. They did Nosferatu. I don't know. I have to go back and do a dive on that. But
both Clive Barker and George Romero wrote scripts for the Mummy.
Oh man, film them both, man. Just make both movies. If we're not gonna get a universe, let's get some fucking Elseworlds at least. I'm down with that too.
Yeah, fuck it.
But I got Simon Poutier's one-shot Hellzone. It's a 76-page action sci-fi horror. Think Event Horizon meets Doom. All right, this book looks awesome. Right now, you got the cover right here by him. Looks pretty badass. And let me show you a little bit. It's a 76-page action-packed sci-fi horror one-shot by Sim and Aaron Calamari, developed, written, and illustrated by Sim. A mysterious ship, distress signal, a savage team, demons. Welcome to Hellzone. Follow the adventures of Hannah, a highly trained combat medic, member of a salvage team who can kick ass as well as save lives. Join her and as she faces a ship infested with blood fiends and demons with the help of Orin, a priest monk. So that's gonna be pretty cool. And she has a hell gun attached to her arm that feeds off blood. So he's got these big ideas. His artwork's killer. you know, these awesome panels and layouts, action packed.
It brings the sexy chicks. I mean, look, this chick's a medic.
Yeah.
Right? And she's wearing like a super fucking skimpy like armor. I mean,
yeah,
it's
dude.
pure pulp shit, man.
Mm-hmm. You got the Preston Azevedo penciled cover with with Simon doing the colors on it, and then you can get Blood Hunt 2's ash can on here. So there's a bunch of stretch goals. Again, it's a one shot, guys. It's a really good way to get your books out there. It's just do a one story, and then maybe one day you might get a sequel, you might not. But always, I think when you're doing a story in crowdfunding, do it as a one shot, and that's exactly what this is. $21 plus shipping. So and it's a big book. Sim always delivers, and he over delivers when he delivers. So he's done multiple campaigns. So yeah, get in here and check it out, guys. Let me show you a little more of the art. There was this really cool page I want you guys to see down here.
Yeah, the art looks sick.
Yeah,
those poor dude's getting fucking vaporized, just fucking blasted to fucking bits with a fucking teleporter.
Killer shit. Again, Doom meets Event Horizon. You can't go wrong. So let me. I think I put the link in the chat. Let me double check, guys. And thanks again for everybody stopping by. I really appreciate it. You know, fun spending the end of the work week with you.
Word up. Word up. Tell me what's the word. But yeah, no, this looks absolutely fucking great. Sim always brings like this fuck yeah attitude to his work.
Totally. Yeah, 100%, man.
But you know that's the thing. He brings the passion. He
like
brings the passion.
His black and white book, Blood Hunt. That's like the action in there. That's like my favorite crowdfunded book I've ever got. I think it's the best action book I've ever
really
read.
Good.
Yeah,
I would still put like the Cryptidnals above that, but it's top 5.
Yeah, I'd put that above Cryptidnals for me. I mean, Cryptidnals, as far as action goes, it's the best action book by far. Cryptidnals is dope. That's in my top 5 crowdfunded books. But action books, yeah, Blood Hunt's at the top for me. And a lot of people never even read it, don't even know about it. He's working on the sequel for it, you know?
Yep. And I wrote the Doc Salem Blood Hunt crossover.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, you know,
years ago now. And that motherfucker's like 75 pages long.
Dude, it's hard. That sounds like about 3 years of blue collar work and then comic booking at night. You know, because if you're lucky, you could do like a 20-page book a year. I
didn't get paid shit for that. I didn't get paid shit. Like no more spec work. Motherfuckers gotta pay me.
Yeah, it's hard, man. Just doing the.
But I was just, I was just delighted just that they invited me to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I'm gonna be working on I'm almost done with this Hell War page, and then I'll be doing the next Puritanian will be the next page I do. Because I want to get that going too. We got 12 pages for that written already, and I'm only on page I think 4 or 5 now. So or no 6 I think. So and I can't wait for that. Can't wait for that book. And I'm gonna get someone to do a logo for that too. Can't wait for that. Oh yeah.
So the story of the dandy.
That's a Jason Orflis, right?
Yep.
The colors look even better on paper.
Yeah, and that's really pop.
That's a straight up like house printer, and it looks better than fucking through the DM you showed me.
It's a house printer, and I need to clean the heads, so it's like a little bit off. So all I'm gonna do is just have them the letterer just increase the font a little bit because the letters look a little small to me, and I don't want people.
Well, I've noticed too, Brian, and for some reason, like in our space, in the crowdfunding space, people like big fucking letters. They really want them big. I don't know what it is, but they want them like just a little bit like bigger than mainstream.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like, no, I couldn't read it. I'm like, I'm not talking about my shit, but I'm just saying I've backed like I think like over 200 books, and I've seen that complain a lot. I'm not gonna change the size of my shit, but I've seen people complain about that. It's just
Well,
I like
yeah.
my like kind of like mainstream size. I think that's perfect, you know. And if it's smaller, then it's like a whisper or you know.
Right. And the thing is I've already gone in and done what I call my ghetto lettering, right?
Mhm,
So I've already experimented to make sure that we're not going to be covering up like Jason's beautiful art. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I
Mhm.
always do that to make sure that there's never like too much text on a panel.
Yeah.
And that everything's going to fit.
I
And
love
yeah,
doing
but
sound effects, man.
yeah, so this is done, and once I get the colors for the rest of Six Gun, then which are taking a while, but they're turning out beautiful. So
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely, man.
I am
Speaking of
stoked
that,
to
we can
finally
pull
be able to
up.
fucking fulfill on this thing.
Yeah, we'll pull up the Six Gun Guerrilla campaign right now.
Oh God, Jesus, man.
So like one of the books done and pretty much, and then you're working on colors for the next one or the final issue.
Yep. And man, I'm gonna get pounded in the ass when I fulfill on this. I'm going into the red for sure. I mean, the first campaign did fine. Did I think was it like 10 grand? I think
Mm-hmm.
around right. And so this is done about 2. But yeah, everybody is going to be getting a really quality book. And I feel terrible, and Preston feels terrible that this thing is 2 years late. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in the 12-page backup story. And
cool,
I think I'm going to put that in issue 10 and also the trade paperback. So that way, like, nobody misses it.
The main thing that people are you know, from what I gather, because I'm always, you know, I'm usually in the chats in these YouTube fucking channels and stuff. The main thing is people want updates, you know, and you do updates, you know.
Yeah, I do.
Every quarter or something like that. That's what most people want.
As much as I can, yeah. Whenever I get new shit, I get new shit in, because it's kind of like I don't know. I remember this pizzeria, you know, that my family went to when I was a little kid. There was an old man that fucking made the pizza there. Like this old man from Italy made the. I've never tasted better pizza. Like,
oh wow!
The rest
yeah,
of my life.
Yeah.
Right?
I've been to one of those. Yeah.
Oh my god! And
it's fucking so good.
right. But it was also cool because you could watch the guy making the pizza for you. Right.
100%.
And it's just kind of fun to watch. And so this is a way of basically like opening up the kitchen door and being like the shit will be ready soon.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, like,
it's like tasty. You're gonna love it.
Your backers,
the wait.
They're making the book too, you know. And it's you know, they're part of the process, you know, and it's crowdfunding. It's not a store, you know, like 100%, right?
Right.
So and there always will be crowdfunding. People, because artists are starving, so they're always going to need money to make their projects. All right, and that will always be that way. That's the way it is. It's a life of an artist and a writer is a starving lifestyle. So there will always be comic books that are crowdfunded, and we will always need to have crowdfunded comic books. Okay, no matter if you're a big creator or a small creator. So the whole idea of like having the books done, fuck that. The book's never going to be done all the way most of the time. There's always going to be people that need to crowdfund their books that aren't going to have the book done. You know, they need the money to make the book. They need the money to pay the creators.
Yes, that's how it's supposed to work. That's how it's supposed to work. It's just I feel bad because
yeah, I know.
But that's the thing. It's just like, you know, when I fulfill on this, I'm gonna get Beto for a chair and fucking pound it.
I mean, just think about it. It just doesn't make sense.
The long game here.
Exactly, and it doesn't make sense though, because like a lot of the whole model was that we were striving for was to have the book done, and then launch. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? How are you going to have a book done and then crowdfund it? That's not a crowdfund. You know what I mean? It's expensive. These books cost like 10 grand or more to make. You know, if you were actually going to go out there and like, who has $10,000 now? You know, even if Trump gives us like, no one's got that money. You know what I mean? To do that, obviously we have barter systems.
Oh
and
my
shit
god!
like that in play.
Do you remember?
But, dude, come on, bro. Like, so when I back a campaign, I'm backing that creator, that artist, and I understand because I'm an artist myself, so I know where it's coming from. but hopefully I get that money and it's going to come later. I don't really, worry about it. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, when you're doing stuff, you kind of want to have as much done as you possibly can, if possible. That'd be cool.
Oh, for sure.
But people are going to need money to do these books, and especially it's in these times, it's just hard. So.
Oh yeah, no, it's look. Nobody has any money. I mean, do you remember when the Trump check came from the previous Trump administration?
Yeah.
Like we all saw our sales go beep, right?
Yeah. It's gonna happen again too. You're okay. So this year is gonna be a good year for crowdfunded comics and for comics. It's gonna be fucking awesome. It's gonna be shit for a while, but it's gonna pick up in about a little past halfway in the year. Once they figure out distribution with Diamond, they're launching a bunch of brand new titles. Superman's getting to #1, Batman's getting to #1. I have a feeling they're going to be decent right before that. Hush is coming out. It's like one of the biggest Batman comic books sequels are coming out. That's going to help the morale of comic books, the whole idea of comicdom, just the ether of it. That's going to help. Trump's going to start sending money. The Doge checks are going to come. The stimulus checks are going to come. People are going to be getting fatter tax returns now. So people are going to have more money. Okay. It's going to be a good year. It might take a while, but I know it's going to be a good year.
It's been rough. It's been rough. The thing is I don't want to it's like I feel guilty for complaining because there's other people that just can't get their books funded, or they're doing 2 or they're doing 3.
It is what it is. At the same time, we are competitors. So I mean, we come out here and we got to help each other if we want to. We got to.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to. But Brian, you are my competition. I work with you. We're working on a book together, but you're also my competition.
Yes, but it is good competition. We take the Schwarzenegger attitude.
Exactly. We're all competitors, dude, but we can also we're also a network,
Right. We don't stick our feet out to trip up our fellow creators.
No, you don't want to, but
we don't fuck with our fellow creators' money. We don't do gay ops and shit like that, right? Because I genuinely want the guy next to me to win.
Well, yeah, it's good. It's good for the niche. It's a boutique niche industry that's tiny as fuck. So you kind of want to have a decent amount of good energy within this bubble, So that's good. And if you got people that are being fucking stupid about it and being assholes and want to fuck with people's shit, you just gotta ignore those motherfuckers and kind of just do your thing.
You can't do the same
they're not
thing
going
back.
anywhere. They're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. So you got to focus on your shit. Do your shit. It's like that in life, man. There's just motherfuckers like that at work, in real life. There's family members like that. There's always gonna be.
I know.
That's life. Life is fucked up,
so
and you can think about how fucked up it is, or you can deal with it, keep your head down, and get your work done.
Yes.
But if you guys haven't backed Six Gun Gorilla, this book will be coming out. Brian's fulfilled on 7 campaigns. This is going to be his 8th campaign, I believe. Brian, I don't know if you want to do a little quick spiel about it, or want me to show the trailer.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! But yeah, elevator pitch: a very big ape with very big guns, blowing very big holes, and very bad people.
Nice.
Dillard, man.
Dillard.
Oh, and shout out to Vaughn for Von Klaus for making that dope trailer for me. It is much appreciated.
Von's got some dope shit coming out this month. You know, when my Twitter got hacked, man, Von was one of the guys that like followed me back, dude, like pretty quick. You know, it's pretty cool, man. That dude's been on the show a few times.
Yeah. No, we love Von.
Yeah, Von's the homie. And then
and he puts out consistently good books. That's another honest indie creator.
Yeah, well, like Monster MD is like one of the best crowdfunded comic books ever. You know, and he had that shit out.
It's really good.
And he was one of the first dudes that did that. I remember when I first started just watching YouTube, I was watching Billy Tucci's crowdfunding comics channel. The awesome title too, and now it's Pop XP. But he was on there, and like that was before I knew anybody or anything. I was sitting in the garage drawing on this table right here, and I'd be watching, and he had him on there, and I was like, yeah, this book looks fucking cool, man. But yeah, go check out Six Gun Gorilla, man. Awesome book. There's this
Everybody
new.
Digs it.
There's
just saying.
As a father, man,
being braggadocious.
and having pick it up as a father and having kids, man. It's always hard to find like content that's cool for both of us to watch. You know, it's extremely hard. There's this new show coming out on Netflix, and Guillermo del Toro's Troll Hunters was one of them. That was a great show. That's still on there. I recommend that if you guys.
I haven't watched that yet.
It's really cool. It's a family show, but it's might have like one or two little woke scenes in there, but nothing crazy. It's pretty cool.
I did finish season 6 of Cobra Kai.
I still gotta watch that. It's coming to Netflix.
No fucking woke shit whatsoever.
Nice. This one right here, I'm going to show you guys a trailer. This week we're doing it's going to be a family friendly trailer, but I think it looks cool. And yeah, man, it's coming out. It's based off a book series, and let's check it out. This one's called Wolf King.
Had its own warlord.
Here we go.
Each realm had its own warlord. From all the warlords pledged allegiance to the noble wolves, until the lions came and destroyed them.
Drew, listen to me. You have to leave tonight. You're not like the rest of us.
He's over there! I never killed my mum! Something else did!
Werewolf.
I'm not the monster people think I am.
You're a wolf. The wolf.
And that makes you a monster in the eyes of the king.
How can a wolf still live? If a wolf does live, it could threaten King Leopold's hold on the throne.
So this is the great wolf everyone's talking about.
I'm not sure about the animation.
What are we waiting for?
It's choppy, like that.
The rebellion has to start somewhere, right?
It's choppy, like that started with the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I kind of like it though.
Oh, they do that on purpose?
Yeah. Slow it down.
Ugly.
You know, well, nothing more than a mongrel in wolf's clothing.
The wolf has returned!
Stand back!
The wolf has returned!
The new Puss in Boots was like that. It was it was so good.
Let the wolf in, Drew.
A werebear?
Yeah, I guess it's a book series called Wereworld. So there's a bunch of were shit. Which I think is cool. Some people are probably like, oh, it's furry, but nah, dude, it's for kids, bro.
Well, I mean, it's like with
it's
like
fucking
with
weird.
Beastars. Like some people refuse to watch that because they think it's furry bait. I'm like, no, it's not furry bait. And even though it's not horror, it's horror adjacent.
Well, there's this whole thing where like people say everything's furry now. It's like, what, you can't watch fucking Ninja Turtles now? Like, come on, dude. Whatever happened to all the '90s cartoons, dude? For kids, they're all anthropomorphic. Kids love that shit.
If it's
So
if it's an
fuck off, man.
anthropomorphics, it's for furries.
Yeah,
That's just the way it is now.
Pretty soon you can't even watch a fucking werewolf movie, bro. Like, oh no, it's a furry because he's got fur. It's a werewolf. You can't. That's a furry thing. Fuck you, man. You know, like that. That shit's
People
cool,
actually
dude.
fucking telling you that.
No, it's gonna be that way though. I mean,
It is gonna be that way.
Acting fucking gay like that about it's stupid.
Yeah. Because the thing is,
cool, man. It's cool.
Because the thing is the fucking the woke shit is over.
Yeah.
And basically, MAGA is doing donuts in a monster truck on its body, right? So they're gonna go overboard.
Yeah, they're going overboard, man. They need to chill out a little bit, bro. They just need to chill. I mean, they need to.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, because it's like, look, I get it, right? I didn't enjoy fucking 10 years of this shit either.
No,
right?
I mean, it needs to be called out, but don't sit there and fucking throw a party on it all day. Move on to something else. And it needs to be called out. It needs to be punked. It needs to be fucking made fun of. Yes, and it should always be that. It should be driven out, always.
Yep.
But like at sometimes you gotta, like let the poop come out, and then they're gonna start making better content. Hopefully, But no, you have to. No, they have to exist.
If they're gonna survive.
Well, dude, like these channels, I don't watch a lot of them. I don't watch them because it's just fucking boring. But a lot of the birthday party clowns, as your boy Zach calls them, whatever. Your boy Zach's kind of is aspiring too hard on those fools too, So they have to exist though, because that shit needs to be called out,
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But the thing is, eventually we're gonna get to the point where it's not a problem anymore.
No, I mean, dude, it's not even really a problem right now, bro. Like too much. It is still somewhat of a problem, but it ain't that bad.
Well, because there's gonna be a backlog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it takes like 2-3 years, at least about 3 years on average to make a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Video games are the worst. They say it's like 7 years it takes. So there's going to be a lot more video games coming out.
So you're going to get their fucking
make some videos and then okay. So let's say like 3 years from now. Okay. By that time, all the backup is it's all shat out. Right. So what are those guys going to do then? They're going to have to start making videos, like real content. They're going to have to start giving people stuff. They're going to start once you start making YouTube videos and all the fucking woke shit's not woke anymore. What the fuck are you going to do? You have to start giving people nuggets of information. You have to start entertaining people, dude. You can't just be throwing them like just retweeting or reposting the same shit as other people.
Yeah.
Start giving. The thing about YouTube now, if you want to grow on it, if you're a new YouTube creator, you have to start giving people something. You can't just come in here and just fucking steal other people's shit. And it does better when you give to the algorithm or to the people than rather just posting the same shit that a lot of people in your group are doing.
Word. Hell yeah.
I don't know.
No, I mean that's how I feel about it.
Well, like you're also going to be doing a new channel where you're giving people like information about videos and like horror movies people like me don't even know about, and like right there you're giving to somebody. Here's something, bro. Check this out. Like I didn't have that. That's like a gift to me, and if I like it, that's something cool. Paul Naschy. I don't know what the fuck's a Paul Naschy. I don't know what that is. I do now, but I wouldn't.
Right.
But now I'm gonna know. So
well, the thing is, it's like. Yeah, what I'm doing is I'm trying to make myself useful, right? It's like if you're a sick freak and like obscure Spanish horror out the ass, right?
That's cool, man.
And other kinds of cult shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Share the information, get the names out there because with all the free streaming sites, it's like, dude, like Hunchback of the Morgue. It's on fucking Tubi.
I just feel like
I have to fucking look for that fucking movie for fucking years. Could not get a fucking copy.
Just feels like in our space, there's just so much fucking bullshit going on. There's not enough like gold nugget giving and not enough entertaining shit. There's just a bunch of crying and bitching and like hoping and I just in general like just negative shit about people. Like there's not a lot of content creating. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of and coping and complaining about other people, But there's not a lot of like new content. Like, ooh, this is dope, And after a while, I just don't want to have negative content in my ears. I'm like, oh, I gotta go watch another channel or something. This shit's fucking. I'm actually listening to people like complain about shit all day. Like, I need to be inspired. This shit's not inspiring me. It's actually putting me in a bad mood too.
Right.
Fucking here's the energy. It's fucking on my energy. So I need to like disconnect from that and I need to like just avoid all of it, and I need to start like I need to recycle in brand new electricity, dude, so I can work on my stuff. Otherwise, like I don't want to be here anymore, you know. So I hope people like before. I don't know, man. I hope people just start switching it up, you know, and turning off things that they don't want anymore, and start making new content that's cool, and they're giving instead of taking.
Yep. Amen. Amen, brother. Preach, brother. Preach.
Well,
Hey.
I could preach.
Yeah, dude, I have to split. I gotta watch Evil Speak and go to bed. I've actually been really good about getting to bed at like 5 o'clock in the morning. That's how fucking bad I am. That like 5 o'clock in the morning, like
man.
that's like early to bed for me. But thanks for having me on, brother, man. And
Yeah,
watching Evil
anytime, bro.
Speak, it's you know, at the very least, it's good for you know, shits and giggles.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna go get
bad
some,
shit.
so
All right,
I'm gonna get some grub and watch it. But
Hell
thanks
yeah.
for stopping by, bro, and then I'll see you tomorrow at I guess 10 or something like that before the show. We could talk our bullshit then.
Hell
And,
yeah.
Yeah, I'll see you then, brother.
Peace.
Peace. So I got a little something I did this week. Preston Azevedo, it's got a book coming out in sometime in 2025 called The Hell Knight, and The Hell Knight is gonna be, I don't know if you like Ghost Rider and Etrigan the Demon, you're gonna fucking love this book. And I've seen a lot of the work that he's been doing for it, and it's one of like the most anticipated books that like I've been waiting for this year. So I had to do some fan art for it, or art for it, you know. And I put it on X, and this is it right here. I don't know if you guys seen it, but internet's a little bit lagged out today. But yeah, that's him, and it's the character is Furcus, and he's on his Hell Knight cycle, and then kind of had him out in the desert taking on these like demonic bikers, and he has this really cool pitchfork, man, and I wanted him to just be like, well, the moment I seen the character, I had this image of him like kind of surfing on the bike like Teen Wolf, like Michael J. Fox, you know, and he's got the pitchfork, dude, with like a demon pig, like just roasting him on the front wheel, and then he's kind of choking out some other biker demon in the back out in the desert. So I don't know, that was a fun piece. I really had a blast doing it. I love doing art for different comic book campaigns that are coming out, like new characters and stuff. It's really, really fun. And then gonna be shutting down my Fund My Comic for Butch Cleaver. I've had the store open for a while, for about a year now, so probably gonna close it up. And then I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it for a while, but I do have it up right now. I got an order this week, so that was pretty cool. Someone picked up the book, and if you guys haven't, I'll show a little bit of that right here, and it's on butchcleaver.com. This is it right here. It's about this butcher who gets killed, and he's brought back to life by a voodoo doll curse, and that curse gives him the power to weaponize bone on a molecular level. So this origin story, you're going to see Butch, pardon me, in the second book, and that's him right there with his dog Greenie attacking him. And this book's going to be coming with a bunch of cards too. If you guys pick it up, it's got a wanted poster, stickers, bumper sticker, and yeah, man, he can weaponize bone on a molecular level. It takes place in this like Gothic world of Oubliette, this town in the 1800s. And this right here is his uncle. He's teaching him how to cut meat. His parents died, and they owned a slaughterhouse. He was forced to go and live with his uncle. His uncle actually is employed with this guy named Whitey Ratatouille, and Whitey Ratatouille was the biggest competitor to his father's company, which was Cleaver Cuts. So yeah, and this is a scene right here where he's going to pick up a payment from some pimps, and they weren't taking too kindly to his trespassing on their land. During the day, he works as a street enforcer for the White Rat, or Whitey Ratatouille. So basically, you have to pay Whitey you have to pay him a sum of coin, and if you don't, then you're gonna have to deal with old Butch, and Whitey don't like that. So Whitey makes a voodoo doll of Butch and puts a curse on him and the White Rat, which is Whitey Ratatouille. So in the first book, he's going to have a bounty hunter on his trail trying to take him out, which is Opie the old possum. And this are some scenes right here from the second book. That's Zulambi. He's this big old African slave zombie. He's gets mistreated by the voodoo doll, and he's a slave, man. He's got a fucked up story too. I hope I go into his origins sometime. And this is Butch scene right here. He's they have to fight each other, and they don't really want to do it, man, because they're both like kind of two guys that are put in bad situations where they just have to kind of show down, and it's not a pretty fight. There's a little bit right there. Bush gives him a couple 1-2, and that was a nothing. You know, he's just sitting there popping his knuckles. But yeah, this is the first 2 books right here. He's going to be fighting off a bunch of zombie voodoo doll, zombified voodoo dolls, and a bunch of crazy characters. So if you guys are into like splatter westerns and, you know, Evil Dead trilogy, stuff like that, Spaghetti West, you might like this. So I'll have the link in the top, or not in the top, but in the chat right here for old Butch Cleaver. And I'm going to be taking the store down in about a month or less. So sometimes it's just good to move on from stuff. And then next week we'll be doing the show here again too. It's looking forward to that. And thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys go out there, get your hands dirty, make some art. Always remember to be bold, be brave, and roll the bones, know your role. I'll be seeing you guys next time. And you guys have a killer week. Peace.
I awaken from a cold cocoon inside a skeletal body.